Today, we touch on Todd Downing. Welcome to Titans for Life. Welcome to Titans for Life. My name is James, aka Big Sportsman, aka Titans for Life. Today we have to address the elephant in the room. We're going to talk about Todd Downing. But first, I want to remind everybody to be nice. On this channel, we try to be nice to everyone. We try to respect everyone and try to be, kind and congenial to everyone. So just try to be nice to people. If someone doesn't understand something, help them out, talk to them, explain something to them. And remember, I read your comments down below. So whenever you have a comment or a question or something to help me improve, I really, really like that. I really enjoy that. And I read those every day. So just, comment down below and contact me and I can help you out. But today we're going to talk about Todd Downing. We're going to, go through all of that here. And, the Titan Upload Network, we have not been holding any punches. We haven't been, or anything about Todd Downing. So it's time to keep it real. Keeping it real on Todd Downing is difficult. He is, sometimes really is one of the smartest guys on the field. At other times, he thinks he's the smartest guy on the field. There are things that I like about Todd Downing. I do like some of his play calling where he's willing to take risks at times, but sometimes I think he takes risks because he thinks he has to be the absolute smartest guy in the stadium. There are. And that's cost us several key moments of key games and cost us those games. Todd Downing has real issues at times dealing with what I would call his ability to recognize situational awareness, to understand what his situational awareness is, down, distance, time, clock management, personnel, and the play that he's running. He doesn't seem to, sometimes it seems that all of those things are disjointed to him. Like he feels that anyone can run any play at any time. Well, that's, while coach speak is that, the reality is that every person on that field and every person on that sideline has different skill sets. And to ask them to do something that they're not comfortable with or something that they haven't proven that they could do many, many times is just a fool's errand. What's the old saying? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Well, with Todd Downing, we keep doing the same things over and over again, and we expect a different result. Late in games, he tends to call plays that are not suited to the personnel we have on the field. And sometimes, like the 3rd and 1 in the 4th quarter, made no sense. A jet sweep makes no sense in that situation, especially if you have a guy like Derrick Henry who can come in there and get you a couple of yards. And then you've got other running backs that are out there on the field who can get those couple of yards. And to be honest with you, our pass blocking hasn't been the greatest. Our run blocking is a strong suit of this team. And 4th and 1, 3rd and 1, everyone knows what's coming. And there's a reason why everyone knows what's coming is because everyone runs what's coming because it's tried and true. But Todd Downing likes to get cute and he likes to run things like jet sweeps to try to catch people off guard. The reason why people don't run those plays very often is that they take so long to develop. They are a long developing play, which means it gives the time for the defense to kind of, make up. And if they've taken the false step, they can correct that. Especially if you've got guys who are fast on that defense. Todd Downing. This is not the first game that I, in my opinion, Todd Downing has cost us. the last year's AFC game that the Titans were in that we lost. That was another one of those things where Todd Downing didn't do things right. The other thing that I thought Todd Downing did extremely poorly in that game was time management. The Titans had a timeout, and we ended up having to burn the timeout because the play didn't get in time. That is something that should never happen at this level. Should not happen at this level. Should not happen. You have plays, you have lists of plays. There's those down and distance plays that you have, that are kind of aberrations going out there, and you've got 7 or 8 plays for down and distances that are long. You have 7 or 8 plays for down and distances that are short. You have 7 or 8 plays for down and distances that are kind of intermediate. And it seems to me that he goes out there and he just wings it. Like there are scripted plays for it. There are plays that everyone knows there's going to be ran, and they know the personnel that needs to be in there for that, barring injury. Todd seems to get into this mentality at the end of games where first of all he puts the wrong personnel out there on the field. We saw that last year. We saw that last year in the AFC in the Titans game in the postseason, and we saw it again this last week. And I didn't want to jump on real fast and just pile on the guy. I really didn't. So I waited for the all 22 to come out, and I watched it over and over and over again. There was some personnel issues that were out there. I think the wrong play was called. I think the issues at the end of the game where you really have to take a timeout because you can't get the play called in time, and they didn't have a play ready to go. That is the offensive coordinator's job. That is your job. It is a difficult job, but that's why you make the big bucks. No one likes to have to be in those positions all the time, but that's what you signed up for. And Todd, he's not getting it done. It's just that simple. There are certain aspects of the game that I think he's doing well. The run game is, for the most part, is being called relatively well. I mean, but you got Derrick Henry out there. I mean, that kind of takes a little bit of pressure off the run game. There are reasons why Todd Downing was let go at the Raiders, is because he pulled this kind of stuff all the time. He has to be, like I said earlier, the smartest guy on the field when a very simple answer is there. When I was learning how to coach and learning the different things about coaching, the guy who taught me used to say "kiss" all the time. Kiss. And the first couple of times he said it, I didn't understand what he meant. But what it means, it's an acronym that means keep it simple, stupid. And Todd Downing doesn't do that. He likes to get cute. He likes to get tricky. He likes to throw these trick plays in. Now, there's nothing wrong with trick plays from time to time as a way to keep people off balance. But honestly, you throw those trick plays out there when you're up 21, 28 points on a team. That's when you throw those trick plays out there, because those trick plays can come back and bite you. A jet sweep on 3rd and 1 came back and bit us. Then you also have these plays that you can run that are during a specific type of throwing it off balance. Like you want to do those plays early in games. You want to do them early in games because it lessens the outcome of the game. So I think the Titans really should start looking at maybe taking some of the responsibilities from Todd Downing, so you keep him from hanging himself. You keep him from doing these things to himself. He's sabotaging himself, and as a result, he sabotages the team and the team's ability to win against the Giants. This is a team that I do, the Giants are a team that I don't feel are on the Titans level. I don't think they have the personnel to hang with the Titans, but yet offensively, we continually have these issues where there's very little adaptation to the flow of the game by Todd Downing throughout the game. He has his game plan, and come hell or high water, that's what he's going to do, and that's all he's going to do. And he's going to throw these trick plays in at inopportune times, and he's not going to understand the personnel he has on the field for those plays, and it's a mess. Todd Downing needs to go back to the drawing board. He needs to probably go back and be a position coach because I don't think he understands what he's doing when it comes to offensive coordinator. These are just a few examples of things that I think need to be worked on by Todd Downing. Now we have a big game coming up, and it's going to be against the Buffalo Bills. We'll see how he does. But at this rate, I do not know if Todd Downing is going to be there at the end of the season because of the things that he does. There was reports, and I saw it myself, where Vrabel was yelling at Todd Downing. I mean, just screaming at him, irate at him about the play calling and the personnel and things like that. So I think I'm not the only one that's seeing it. I think that there's other YouTubers out there that are seeing it. There's other coaches out there that are seeing it. The GMs are seeing it. Todd Downing has got to have a coming to Jesus moment. He's got to understand that just because you think you're the smartest guy on the field or in the stadium doesn't necessarily mean you are the smartest guy on the field or in the stadium. And I think until he sets aside his ego and doesn't try to get cute and doesn't try to do those things, the Titans are going to be doomed to mediocrity. Even though we may win games and we may win the AFC, we may be in the way of win the AFC South, we're going to be doomed in the big games because he's just going to fold like a lawn chair. That's all. I mean, that may be a bit overstatement, but he tends to do that. He tends to seem to lose focus in the big games at key critical times. And, with that, all I can say is that's just keeping it real. And remember that Titans for Life is a member of the Titan Upload Network. Watch us all. You're going to learn some things. And we're always going to keep it real. Peace out.